It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Washington. It's the Saints and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Football Team. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
That's taken on the 25. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Griffin. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. Trucks over it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Here we go.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Griffin to throw.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Griffin. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Griffin. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Kamara trying the right side.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Griffin's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A carry for Gibson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They go play action with Griffin. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw.
Gibson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Marcus Davenport able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Here's Harris to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
The defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Rodgers now on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Griffin.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Griffin. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
On first down, Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Griffin. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now it's Griffin. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17-0 our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
2nd and 6.
Now Griffin. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On second down, here's Griffin.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Washington on third down.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touch.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now it's Griffin.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Gibson.
Fighting through, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on a 2-yard keeper.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they're not able to hook up the incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Griffin. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Gibson.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
58 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From midfield now, here's Griffin. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our Players Spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that, because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen. Keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. From the 35 on second down, Griffin got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A huge play there for Washington.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. From the 30 on second down, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. On third down, Griffin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And they work this out past the 25. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll get this out to Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Griffin on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down, Griffin. And Cooks has it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Griffin. He gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 80 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They'll run here with Gibson. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Griffin. And that's complete to Cooks. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Griffin. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 19 yards away. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Rodgers again now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
That's it, ready? We don't work.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete, he's got it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Now Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Oh, nice move. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. From the 27, Griffin. This is brought in by Gibson.
It's a 1st down and more for Gibson.
And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Griffin.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Griffin.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 31, Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
It's their quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A 10-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Football Team. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the... It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Texans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Handoff for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From midfield now, here's Griffin. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On first down, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Griffin. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Griffin. That's complete. It's Collins. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 31 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back. He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Well, they left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they'll run with Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try the left side. It's Pierce, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
An Interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, Griffin. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Griffin. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Griffin. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Once again, Griffin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Griffin. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. From the shotgun, Griffin. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Texans football to start quarter 2.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's Trimble, the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
2nd and 6. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Handoff running left is ETN.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to the ground with ETN. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Etienne. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask for
Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson, 68 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Yeah, that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once. He actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has one touchdown. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. On 3rd down, Griffin. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And Washington has retaken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Back to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Well, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this off to ETN. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
98 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a long stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Now Gibson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Griffin. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. A give to Gibson running right. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the gun on third down, Griffin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense taking over again. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Etienne. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're seeing. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything.
Touchdown! That's caught. A big play there. His second touchdown this Super Bowl. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
To throw again is Griffin. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Griffin. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. On 2nd and 9, Griffin. He'll let this go for the end zone.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Griffin. And he's got it. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 20-yard touchdown.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed postcard?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. From the 25 on second down. Griffin, that's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Griffin's throw taken in there by Cooks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Griffin. There again is Cooks, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on second down. Griffin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab the nugget when I can.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That time a 6-play drive, and the result a touchdown for Washington. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it's much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I'm just wondering how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the 3rd quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
My what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Griffin. Another throw for Collins. This one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, one with Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Griffin to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Houston set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Deron Payne. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And down he'll go at the 25. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Griffin. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Griffin. And he finds McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now, right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Once again, Griffin.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Griffin. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They go play action with Griffin.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Final minute now of the third quarter. From midfield now, here's Griffin. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. They'll run. It's Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Griffin. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
There's Tremble, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 30 inches.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this off to ETN. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Griffin. He completes it to Nelson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Griffin to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense taking over again, and their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got Jordan complete right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. This is caught. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Etienne. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. Touchdown, Texans! Travis Etienne, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat, he did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gibson again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, here's Gibson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong, usually for one person to handle.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. Working with a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw again. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, it was 4th down, so there was pressure to begin with, and then you make a one-handed catch like that. What a play.
Just when you thought your blood pressure couldn't get any higher after having called for it on 4th down, you see a one-handed catch being attempted. I'm sure it spiked at that point for all the guys on that side of the field, and instead they get a chance to celebrate. What a tremendous catch, bringing it down for the touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 20. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the kings of the Super Bowl are the Washington football team. They win it, and they will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely Do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it? And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.